In this neighborhood of Burj Hammoud, most of the shopkeepers are Syrians, refugees who have settled here with their families since fleeing the war in their country almost 10 years ago. Local authorities estimate their number to be between 15,000 and 20,000, a figure that worries Yasmin.
This store is also run by a Syrian.
This retiree has been living in the northern suburbs of Beirut for 45 years. Today, she's having lunch with her neighbor Ruba. The issue of refugees is at the heart of their discussions.
Come in, welcome.
Why doesn't the government help us? It's the authorities' fault. They don't fulfill their duty to regulate our lives, rent, the economy, everything. May God forgive them. Nothing escapes Him. What about security? Some Syrians assaulted my friend and stole her handbag. They should all leave, all of them.
I heard this saying on television, one dead person could not save another. We're already dead. It's unacceptable. Even if the refugees regularize their situation, nothing will improve.
According to the UNHCR, nearly 900,000 Syrians are registered as refugees, a figure far from the reality, as many do not have valid residence permits. This is the case for KHALED and her daughter Malak.
Are your papers in order?
No.
Why? You've been living here for a long time.
I entered Lebanon illegally. I'm undocumented.
These two refugees live in constant fear of being deported. In recent weeks, military raids near their neighborhood have multiplied.
I want them to stop insulting us, humiliating us, and threatening us with deportation. I hope to regularize my situation so I can move freely without having to endure these hostile behaviors. I have no country, I have no home, I have nothing left. It's very difficult. I think about it every day, and every time I cry, I can't do anything about it. What can I do?
The presence of 2 million Syrians, most of them refugees according to the authorities, has disrupted the job market in a crisis-ridden country. They represent a skilled workforce that costs much less, but that's not all. BACHIR runs a construction company. We meet him at one of his construction sites in the southeast of Beirut. Here, 100% of the employees are Syrians. They accept tasks that many Lebanese consider menial or degrading.
We used to hire Indian and Pakistani workers. They went back to their countries, though. Today, the majority of my employees are Syrians. Lebanese people don't like working in construction. They choose other fields and different professions. Some of them even demand higher salaries.
Ismail joined BACHIR's company in 2014. That year, he was forced to flee Raqqa, his hometown, and the self-proclaimed capital of the Islamic State in Syria.
Ismail, how are you? All employees need to fill out a residence form. I have to submit these documents to the municipality in 2 days. Everything needs to be in order.
The situation in Syria prevents me from returning for now. Lebanon has become my second homeland. I've completely settled here. The concerns of the Lebanese people are legitimate. They have welcomed us for all these years. We're very grateful to them, especially considering the difficult period they're going through.
If the majority of Syrian refugees have settled in the major coastal cities, others have chosen to live in the mountains. In Faytroun, a village in Mount Lebanon, their number reaches around 700 people, which is 1/3 of the population. This was revealed by a census conducted by the local administration in early May.
For undocumented migrants, for those without a legal status here, or with papers that are not in order, we will forward their data to the authorities, who will take the necessary measures when possible. The issue of Syrian refugees in Lebanon is quite complex.
While some refugees refuse to leave Lebanon, others are still awaiting UN assistance to be resettled elsewhere. George is one of them. Once a week, he preaches the gospel in the open air. George advocates with the same fervor for the resettlement of his countrymen.
Some countries are willing to welcome Syrian refugees because they have a need for labour. Others do not want them. The UNHCR should reactivate its refugee resettlement programme to Europe and the United States. As Lebanon is a small country that hosts far too many refugees, anyone can enter Lebanon illegally.
This phenomenon is exacerbated by the lack of political will from the government to seal off illegal crossing points. Every day, dozens of vehicles carrying Syrian refugees cross the border in both directions.